Just like that, without loud statements or introductions, the thermal power station in Voronezh is effectively out of operation. Almost. It stands like a skeleton on an empty lot, with a scorched side, a blackened interior, and a hole large enough for a bus to fit through. Video footage shows that the strikes were precise. 3, possibly 4 hits, it is hard to tell from a distance. The soundtrack sounds theatrical. Boom, 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 as if someone wanted to underline the effect. And it turned out more convincing than the Russian radars, which apparently missed it again. After the last strike, silence. Then somewhere a dog howled. That sound became the truest alarm signal of the entire night. The footage shows the aftermath. A structure once tied to the region's power system now looks like a charred monument to technological progress. Inside, a bare, burned-out frame. The fire swept through the floors as if deliberately leaving its mark. This is Voronezh Thermal Power Station number 1. Local telegram channels report that it provided heating for residential buildings and nearly 1,000 enterprises. That means, in the worst-case scenario, winter may become not just cold, but a freezing shock, especially for those who still believed the war was somewhere far away. What exactly struck Voronezh remains unclear. Theories vary. A Flamingo missile, a British Storm Shadow, or a Ukrainian Neptune. But the damage suggests otherwise. Full-scale missiles would have erased the plant completely. Jet-powered drones, however, are far more likely. They have appeared in reports more than once, and it seems will continue to do so. Experts believe that such a drone was indeed used. This is important. The strikes are becoming more precise and more intelligent. Ukrainian forces are finding vulnerability step by step, without fanfare, but the results are visible even without official briefings. On satellite images, the site is easy to distinguish. A large industrial complex with tall chimneys. Possibly a key element of the plant, or perhaps its heart. Now that heart is pierced. To the border with Kharkiv region, a little more than 200 kilometers. A distance where the echo of the explosion can still be heard. But far more significant is the symbolic distance. What was considered the rear yesterday has become the front today. This is not just a signal, it is an alarm bell. Quiet, but insistent. Because every week, almost every night, something burns, collapses, or stops. Factories, railways, depots, power stations. Everything that feeds the war is gradually falling apart. Not instantly, but systematically. As if an invisible hand is cutting the ropes one by one until the raft goes under. What awaits Voronezh will be revealed in winter. When radiators cool, pipes crack, and people must choose between keeping warm or buying bread. Then it will become clear what a strike on infrastructure truly means. It is not a dry phrase from a report. It is a morning in mittens and breath turning into steam. Officials will insist that everything is under control and that the system is operating normally. But we understand, without heat, no statement can keep anyone warm. Thus, winter arrives, without fanfare, or perhaps on the contrary, with a declaration of war, not on television, but in a window covered with frost.